Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another video, or hello if you are new. Today I am back in my Northshore Zoo working on a pretty long project. So this is a bit of a longer episode, and I do apologize for that, but I'm trying to steer away from doing multi-part episodes from now on because I'm going to try to adjust my content going forward. And you might have noticed that I started this video with the cinematic, and so I hope that is more exciting, more interesting, maybe holds people's retention a little bit longer, and maybe makes you curious on how I built this train station, which is what I'm working on today. I also adjusted my mic settings. Really hope my mic settings are okay now. These mic settings have been the bane of my existence for this entire year. It's partially my fault because I don't understand audio and I've never really taken the time to understand how it works, especially all of the filters and things that I can put on my mic, which I have desperately needed because I have a very soft-spoken voice. It's something that people tell me all the time, like I always need to speak up. And that's okay, I'm used to it. It just means that my mic settings tend to be a little bit trickier to set because none of the settings that work for anybody else really work for me. My voice is too quiet. If I have like a noise gate or something, then there's always issues with it cutting off my voice because, again, my voice is too quiet. And so it's always been a struggle. I do think occasionally you're probably going to hear the heat in my office because the vent is in the wall, like almost next to my microphone, and there's really nothing I can do about that. It's built into the wall, so I did my best to try to adjust the noise gates and suppression so that it filters out that white noise a little bit more. And again, hopefully everything else is good as well, because I've, as I said, been finally taking it upon myself to learn like what equalizers do and things. So I think I've maybe made some good adjustments for my voice, because again, my voice has some different frequencies. So yeah, I am going into this new year really trying to improve my content. Also, I'm just going to say this one more time and then I will shut up about it, I promise. I'm streaming. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. This video is going to come out on Saturday. I'm going to start streaming that next Monday on the 5th. And I will be streaming, I'm going to stream The Long Dark on the 5th, but if you're interested in watching me build something in Planet Zoo live, I'm not going to be working on Northshore Zoo, but I'm going to be doing some like one-off projects, and I think it'll be really fun to do that on stream, and that's going to be Wednesday. So Wednesday at, I believe I set it for 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm just going to probably spend most of that day streaming, I have a feeling. Because as of now, I don't have any obligations on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I did have a D&D game that I was hoping to start up, but nobody else is. I only had one player sign up. I don't think it's a good time slot, unfortunately, for people to join a game, so try to get that player in a different game, hopefully. Maybe something else will work for that person's schedule, but either way, I think I'm going to be free on Wednesday, so I can actually just stream like probably all day. I have a feeling that my Wednesday streams when I am building in Planet Zoo are going to be quite long, because I tend to build pretty elaborate things, and so yeah, if you're interested, you can go follow me on Twitch, Ginger Alley Games. Should be linked in places, YouTube. You can just search for me. Yeah, might be in my descriptions, but I don't actually know if I have that anymore. So I will put it in the description of this video as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. And I've also been back in Northshore Zoo this past week, finishing up the zoo, which seems crazy. I've gotten about halfway done with my boardwalk, and it's really it's been a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun going through Pinterest and looking for inspiration there, which is how I get a lot of my inspiration. I had a comment say something like, I'm not creative enough to come up with these things from nothing, and to be honest, neither am I. I also need some kind of inspiration. So I take a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. I create a lot of boards on there that of just buildings that I like, and sometimes I recreate them pretty faithfully, like pretty one for one. Sometimes I just like the aesthetic of something, and so I'll like reshape it to whatever I need. Like I did that more so with the lighthouse, because there was a lighthouse that I found that I actually really liked, and now I can't recall the name of it, but I think it might have even been in Maine. And it was just exactly what I was looking for in terms of the aesthetic. So I, you know, I actually went into Google Earth and I looked around because it's a tourist attraction. So they had a lot of like photos and little panorama views of the area. And so I was able to kind of look around and take little details from it. So I didn't build that one as a one-to-one recreation. It doesn't have the same layout or anything as the real lighthouse, but it does have some details pulled pretty directly from it. Like the porch I took almost directly from the actual lighthouse building, because I really liked the way it was, though obviously I always have to adjust things when I'm building in Planet Zoo, because, well, there's only a limited amount of options for me. So yeah, just to note about this video as well, because I was trying so hard to fit this all in one episode, I did cut out quite a bit here and there of the building, like a lot of some of the like just putting the walls together and whatever. I just cut that out because, as I said, it's just a little long. I was really trying to get all of this into one episode, because I have this train station that I'm working on now, and then the second train station for the second station, because it's a loop, and so there's two stations that are pretty opposite of each other. And so I also built that train station, but I knew going in that the second train station would be much smaller and not have as many details, and it's not really the focal point. Like this one is right off of the main town, the main like boardwalk of the town, and so I figured this would be like the hub of the train stations. It would be the main train station, and all the others are just you know, you get off and on there, but you don't necessarily have like all the huge ticket booths and the huge waiting area, and maybe even some restaurants and food areas and whatnot. So yeah, that was my plan for this build, and it all worked out exactly. And I'm really happy with the back of it as well, because I spent a lot of time making that look like a real train station would, with, you know, the building in the front, and then you can go out into the back and wait for your train and get off and on. And there's also some, I think, a zookeeper's hut. Is that what I put there? Actually, there might be two facilities in the back. I had like I think we've probably already seen it. There's like a secondary brick building in the back, and so I was able to stick some zookeeper facilities in there so that it's all functioning. and the very back of this train station is right up against the beaver and red-tailed deer habitat, I should say. I got such perfect cinematics when I went in to record the little cinematic that you saw at the beginning of this episode. I didn't even plan it. The train just came right at that exact time. I did wait for the second station for the train to come because that was not going to be as perfect, and I figured I should, you know, have the train still, but just a word of warning, I guess. A note, rather. It's not really a warning. It's not worthy of warning anybody, but there is a little bit of clipping on the train and the station in the back. Just a teeny little bit for the columns that I put, but it's really not noticeable unless the train is in the station, so it's all right. But yeah, overall, I think this little train station turned out very well. It feels very realistic to me, and I think I mentioned this in one of my previous episodes, but I'm having a lot of fun actually being able to use all of the like dingy decals because they are so fitting for a build like this train station that was probably built in the 1800s and is now like mostly a tourist attraction for people because you don't really use the trains all that often. At least I don't think so. I mean, trains still operate in the USA, and they definitely operate for cargo. Not so much passenger trains anymore, though. Taking a train somewhere is like taking a big risk because you're probably not going to get there on time. But it is great, perfect for a little tourist city that would have like a train station, a train ride through the forest as an attraction at a cruise port. And yeah, did I ever mention that? Because I actually cut a whole episode, and thinking back, I might have cut the episode where I came to the conclusion that this little town is supposed to be modeled after a cruise port town. So like one of those towns that's basically just tourism with like some of the locals that live there. But yeah, that's the whole idea of this town. It's got this small city, the small attractions of things to do, like go spend a day at the ski resort or spend a day at the maple farm or any of the restaurants or the lighthouse, which is a botanical garden as well. Didn't build that yet, spoilers. And the marsh, which is like a really the campgrounds. You know, there's a lot of things that you might do for the day that would be nice for like cruisers to go on, because that's what cruises are all about, those little day excursions that you can do in 3 to 6 hours and then go back on your boat. And so I'm planning to build up the dock. I thought about building a realistic cruise ship, but to be honest, the game is already lagging. I cannot put that many pieces in my game. I think I will literally break my game if I try to build a realistic sized cruise ship. So unfortunately that's not going to happen. We're just going to have to deal with the little, whatever they are, the little boats that operate as the guest spawn points. You know what's making me upset? I thought that the boats operated as both the spawn point and the entrance, but they don't seem to work like that. And I don't understand why. That's such an obvious, like, just have them come off the boat. I've already paid for the... Anyway, it's just a little nitpick. I just really dislike having to put an actual entrance in my zoo. I wish it could just be the bus or the boat. I don't want to have the gate also. I've now had to hide the gate in one of the buildings, and it looks really weird when all the guests get off the boat and come into the zoo, and then they go all into this one building of the zoo and then out again. I might play around and adjust it so that the entrance now is going through the aquarium, because that could actually make sense. I can build like little turnstiles and have it be like the entrance to the aquarium with quotes, and then in actuality it's the entrance to the zoo. There's actually nothing in the aquarium that's like, there is the sea lion habitat, but you can see that anywhere, or the gray seals rather. You could see that from anywhere on the dock, so there's really no other draw to get people in the aquarium, so that actually might be the best plan. It is going to require quite a bit of finagling with the pathways, though, unfortunately, which is why I've been putting it off, because the pathing around the entrance gate in particular is just really annoying, and I dislike it. Overall, though, everything in this zoo is working like it's supposed to so far. I tested it with guests. They have good ratings. I do think I need maybe another bathroom or two, but I always need another bathroom or two. And to be fair, I didn't put the town down yet at that point that I had guests in, so all of my habitats were literally as far away from the entrance as they could be, because the entrance is in the middle and all of the habitats are on the edge of the map right now. So, you know, eventually. The thing is, though, actually there's not going to be any habitats in the town either. So I think I'm going to try to put a bunch of vista points around the zoo, and hopefully that will bring the guests around the way that I would like them to, because there's a lot of areas that I'm hoping that they will migrate to on their own, like the shore, the coast, the cliffside, I guess, of the lighthouse. I'm gonna put a vista point there so that they look out into the water where I have shipwreck, and also like through some of the hiking trails I'm gonna put vista points, and then I also am going to put another hiking trail along the, if you're looking at it kind of straight on, it would be all the way on the right side of the map. I'm going to put like a huge like cliff hiking trail through there, like one of those mountain trails that's really common in Acadia's national park. And so hopefully the guests will like migrate in that direction. They're not going to be able to walk all the way up the hiking trail because it's not going to have actual pathway. That would be way too hard, but you know, they'll hopefully go in that direction, and it will look like they're participating in the trails and things. Also, I'm building a phone booth here. It's not a full booth, I guess like a payphone, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. The problem is that I built it attached to this building. All the pieces are on the full building, and I cannot, for the life of me, grab some of these individual pieces because some of them are on the building and some of them are not, and I cannot separate them. I have tried so many times to get a hold of all these pieces so that I can copy this phone book or this payphone and upload it to the workshop and put it other places in my zoo. I want it in my other train station, but I can't grab it. So I'm gonna have to copy the whole damn thing and then individually delete all of the extra pieces that I don't need, so that I just am left with the payphone. Very annoying, frankly. I don't know why I do this to myself sometimes. I'm a very inefficient builder. And it makes everything very difficult for me. But hey, that's okay, because in the end, it looks nice. And that's what's important, right? I am getting much better though with my speed builds, because they have been a pain in my butt to edit lately because I've been really distracted when I'm building, and it makes it hard to actually like cut out all the pauses and things. Been getting annoyed with myself as I edit my footage back, so I've been more purposeful about listening to audiobooks and things while I'm building instead of watching something that might draw my eye focus away, because that's the main thing. I can listen to something fine, and so I put on a lot of video essays and things from YouTube, but if it's something that I'm also trying to watch, then I just get distracted too much, and then I have a lot of pauses in my building, and the footage is a nightmare. So I've been listening to more audiobooks again recently. Some memoirs. I've been listening to Barbara Streisand's memoir, and that has been actually hilarious. She is a very funny person, and I really enjoy the way that she narrates her book and tells the events of her life. And yeah, what an interesting career that she has had so far. I'm like halfway through the book, so I don't really know how the rest of her life has turned out so far, but it's been a very interesting read, and even though I don't really follow celebrity careers all that intently, I just like know things that they appear in. I do actually really enjoy listening, or reading rather, their memoirs and hearing about their life. I also listened to the memoir that Sir Patrick Stewart wrote about his life and his career, and that was a really interesting read as well, even though, again, I'm not even a Star Trek fan. I'm barely an X-Men fan, so it's not like I am particularly attached to this celebrity. He's led an interesting life, and I think it's worthwhile to listen to other people's life experiences, because you can learn something. And so that's what I've been doing as I build in Planet Zoo. And soon enough I'll be, I guess, chatting with everybody else as well while I'm streaming. And so hopefully that will also be like a good activity to do while I'm building, so that I can focus on what I'm doing, but also, you know, it's hard for me to just build in Planet Zoo because, well, I don't know why. I guess I just need more stimulation for my brain. I would need to listen to something. I can just sit in the silence while I build. One of the things that I've been trying to do with my builds as well going forward is like really put the details in. I feel like very often, and I mentioned this before, especially with Summit Sanctuary, the style didn't really lend itself to having a lot of details. So I've been really like pushing my brain to find all the weird little pieces that I can add to builds. Like I've been using shutters as those vents that I feel like are very common in walls here. Not here where I am now, but here in the New England area. I don't know why they exist, to be honest, but I've seen them a lot. I see them a lot on porch areas. Like it's like ventilation for the upper part of the porch or something. I don't know. I don't understand. Again, don't know why they're actually there, but it's a detail that I have been trying to put in places, and I think it's actually made a really big difference in how my builds look. So, lots of little I've been using the little brackets as well, the wall brackets for things. for like the border trims and whatever. And these clock tower pieces are great. I wish there was an angled one, because it's really hard to make a pitched roof in Planet Zoo. I don't know why. There's only a couple different sizes of pitched roofs. So if you want to make something atypical, like a quarter pitched roof or a half pitched roof, then you can, because it doesn't exist. Only 1 meter roof pieces, which is very frustrating when you are trying to make buildings. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't lend itself very well to being realistic when it's so limited, and that's why there's that one Planet Zoo creator who used to just make his own roofs with little tiles and switch pieces and like kill his game because there's so many pieces in that. Yeah, that's where we're at. I actually don't want to be there, which is why I wish they would add more versatile pieces. Some of them are okay, like they have the pieces for the walls. I think that's what annoys me, is they have the non-grid pieces, the 2 meter ones, the 1 meter lengthed ones for most of the wall sets, but they don't have any for the roofs. Why? Just give me a little 2 meter roof piece, please. Please, I'm begging you. Anyway, that's just about the end of the video. I might leave you a little early because of the cinematic. It's unclear how much time I have left to record my narration, and I don't want to go over. So I'm going to leave you here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I post videos for the Planet Zoo every Tuesday and Saturday, and as I mentioned, will be streaming on Wednesdays going forward. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!